All right. As we proceed to give you what you need, some folks might make certain claims about that there.
Not gonna lie, son, that's gangster as fuck.
All right. Phoenix Miscolored Woman.
Yes.
Is the battery in the mouse changed?
It might be.
It wasn't necessary, though.
It wasn't.
The computer froze. All right, and we are back to recording. That's what happens. Everything goes well, and then everything goes really super bad. All right, so folks out there in Austin, Texas, they're going to use money cut from them police fellers.
Yes.
And they're going to be like, man, we going to get some folks that ain't got no housing, some kind of housing.
Yes.
So the city council voted to buy one hotel and use the funds diverted from the police budget to set up wraparound services for the homeless people who will live there, making them not homeless anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, even though, you know what, it's a hotel, so you basically literally have a room, though.
Right.
You got a microwave, a bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing what's probably in a hotel, microwave, a bathroom.
Maybe a mini fridge.
Mini fridge. Yeah, it's pretty basic. Like, they're basically, what would you call it, efficiency apartments?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's the beginning, but it's not like they really have a crib.
Yeah.
You know, they don't have the spot.
But at least it is somewhere indoors.
In fucking side.
Yeah, out of the weather. So, I mean, you know, certainly not enough, but a step in the right direction.
Yeah, a place where you lock your door and you can put your stuff.
Yeah.
Right? You're not pushing a cart behind a damn building and putting a blanket over it and hoping.
Right.
That you come back to all your stuff. All right. So they did vote to purchase this here hotel and turn it into 60 units of permanent supportive housing for people experiencing chronic homelessness. Okay, so there's probably like a means testing as far as how long.
Yeah.
But then that means, like, how do you prove that? Like, do you have like your last receipt from last time you paid rent? How the fuck do you do that?
I mean, I would guess that some of the people who are in it probably have history coming in contact with different social services or police, you know, right? Because police love to give you fucking tickets for like loitering or whatever if you're homeless. And, you know, maybe you've been set up with social services, but yeah. And then of course, when's the last time you had a valid ID, right?
Yeah.
You know, they're probably looking at those type of things. Although I am interested, I haven't seen anything that specifies what type of units they're using in this hotel. So I don't know, you know how sometimes in a hotel, they'll have like the one room, but then it's got a door to an adjoining room. So like, I don't know if they're doing like the 2-room thing for maybe people that have kids. I don't know. Yeah. Or it's just one room. I don't know.
Yeah. I guess we want to see like which hotel they are purchasing. And looking at here, they have endhomelessness.org. And what endhomelessness.org is telling me is that chronic homelessness is used to describe people who have experienced homelessness for at least a year or repeatedly while struggling with a disabling condition such as serious mental illness, substance use disorder. Oh, that's the language I want to go with.
Substance use disorder.
Is that? Yeah, that sounds right. Substance abuse. That just sounds like, well, I just like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like substance, but that sounds like me, like with donuts. It's like, I just like them. Like, I don't need donuts. And it's like, no, like folks have fucked around and got like what you call a chemical dependency, right? It's kind of like me, like for a while, shit, I think probably through 2000, through 2000, like mid 2016. I want to say mid 2016. Pretty much all the way till like fucking the bottom of 2019, like my brain did not understand not having an alcoholic drink after work. It's just like, no, that's just what you do. Like, I can't even like I don't even notice like myself taking steps toward them. My body just goes there, get the beverage in the belly. Right. Yeah. And it's like, I had, let me see this, a substance use disorder. Yeah. It's tough. tough. Now I complain that I can't have my Manischewitz.
I would like to have my Manischewitz.
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Can I get my fucking kosher wine?
I would like the kosher wine.
Let's see. There's a little bit more information here coming off of theappeal.org. Under the measure, the city will spend approximately $6.7 million damn, $6.7 million.
Mm-hmm.
I say take from the police until they can barely function.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then dole out shit based on if I think they should have it.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. So 6.7 million from housing and planning department. All right. So that's not from the police. General obligation bonds to acquire one hotel. Okay. And use somebody. Ooh. Okay, 6.5 million came from the police department's budget to provide services to the residents of the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they're buying the hotel with money that's not from the police department, and pulling money from the police department is to serve the niggas once they're in there.
Right.
Okay.
So it's all part of the plan.
There you go.
Basically.
At full, take more. If the police still exist, then take more.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, just take more, because like it's not like you're taking the shit that they already bought with the money from them. You're just taking the excess money. Do they not already have the cars, the guns, the uniforms, the facilities, the training facilities, right? The classrooms, the shooting range, right? All the lot space, like we're talking lot space, like what is that? Land ownership space around those where they can convene and have activities, right? They fucking, I'm sure pensions and salaries are all covered.
Yep.
So just take the money that hasn't been spent yet. They don't need it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should make them sell all their like military shit.
Yeah.
Like all their fucking, fucking armored vehicles and,
Yeah, get rid of that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't fucking need a goddamn thing of any of that shit. Let's fucking see here. At full occupancy, which wait a second, taken from the police department. Okay, so they're so as far as how much they took from the police department, it was with the idea of functioning at full occupancy, which they probably expect to get there. A gang of people don't live somewhere in this so-called country. And right here we have a quote from City Council member Gregorio Cesar saying, "In the wake of the Black Lives Matter protest this summer, we made a significant cut to policing dollars and reinvested that in things like this. That's how we're paying for this. That's the only reason we're able to do this." And this is something that they did in August that is going into play this year. All right. And taking a look at a little more information coming off of theappeal.org. In August, the city council, they voted to immediately cut over $20 million from the police department's budget, with most of that money coming from canceling cadet classes, reducing overtime spending. Right? Nap time is what we call that. You ever just see a cop car sitting somewhere and you're like, are they actually paying attention? They're asleep. I shit you not. Like those, like some of you folks go to work at some hours that I go to work and go home from, and you're like, wait, does a cop really need to be in this school parking lot at 3:30 a.m.? He's asleep on overtime on your fucking dollar. Asleep. Or let's go back to Puyallup Fair. I think this was 99 or 2000 when I was a teenager working at the Puyallup Fair. This is what the cops doing. And, and they get paid extra to do the fair. Right? Because they bring in for all departments. Like every city in Washington state, their cops come to the fair every year. Sitting at the police laptop, cranking one out to some pornography videos.
Yeah. Or the town that, or where I was living before, the cops had a movie night. Wednesday, right? Yep.
Wednesday night movie night.
Yep, where they were supposed to be out working and they would just come all together in the station and just watch a movie together. Yeah. That's what they do with your tax dollars.
Yeah. Yeah, they can keep moving night, but it has to be promising young woman every night now. Motherfuckers. Excuse me. A little more information coming off of the appeal.org. Check these furthermuckers out over there. Another almost $80 million. Wait a second. There's a little more information. What is this? Come from the police budget. With most of that money coming from canceling cadet classes, reducing overtime spending, eliminating contracts for things like license plate readers. I don't know what those are.
Oh, the things that they scan so that like if your car is stolen or your tags are expired or there's like a warrant out for you. But also what's interesting to me, that says contracts. So are they contracting out the tech to get like the software to have the license plate reader?
So they don't even own their own. So with all the money they had, they never bought it. They just
that's what it implies to me by calling it contracts.
That'd be my problem with renting. Right? like because when there's a movie I want to see or have seen in life, he used to be like, let's rent that. I'd be like, yeah, but what if I want to rent it 20 times over the rest of my life? I'll just have it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. The season 2 heads get it. All one of you.
All one of you. Oh no.
Right? Maybe somewhere Raymond is tuned in also out of Texas. I think Raymond's a firefighter now.
That's what I heard.
Yeah. And no one made a song called "Fuck the Fire Department."
Nobody did.
And then it says almost $80 million will be taken from the police department's budget, moving certain civilian functions out. Like dispatch and the forensics lab. Because so dispatch, they kind of like organize, like, all right, hey, we need this nigga out here, we got a call.
Yeah.
But then like forensics, that's like super smart nerd, right?
It doesn't have to be.
No, it's not super smart nerdy nerd.
A lot of forensics is made up.
Oh, it's just made up.
A lot of it is. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. It's even worse. It never gets better, kids. It literally never gets better.
I mean, if you look at some of the most like renowned like forensic blunders, it's just like, well, come on. Like, okay, so there's like a black guy who spent, I don't know, like 20 years in prison for a murder he didn't commit. And it was based on a forensic hair analysis. They're like, oh, we found his hair at the crime scene. Like fucking like, I don't know, like 22 years later, they redo it. It was dog hair. Like, you're honestly telling me you can't tell the difference between black people hair and dog hair? Like, come on, nigga.
Wait, so aside from us covering the FBI doing that on purpose, they did it on accident too?
Yeah. Yeah, like that shit happens on accident all the time. Yeah, or there was like, we covered it, the case with the, where she was like intentionally like skewing the drug tests and shit. Remember? I forgot her name. It was on the East Coast where she like fucked. I'm not even kidding. They had to reverse like 20,000 drug convictions because the police would be like, we're sure this is the guy. So then she would like make the results look like this was the guy, even though it wasn't the guy. What the fuck was her? I can't remember her name.
I can't either. I don't remember the story.
Oh yeah. It was like hella fucking, yeah, like that type of shit. Or they'll, you know, because I mean, or they'll be like, oh, there was a blood stain. Clearly something happened here. And it's like, but a blood stain doesn't really tell you what happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like someone could have gotten shot, but someone could have had a bloody nose. It could have been like, if it's in a house that's 200 years old, it could be from 100 years ago. You know what I mean? Yeah.
All right. Yep. Again, folks, it doesn't get better. Don't ever expect that. The best you can get is more money in your pocket.
Annie Ducan was her name. And Massachusetts formally dropped over 21,000 tainted drug convictions because of her.
Are they paying reparations for these drug convictions?
Fuck no.
And
she only spent 2.5 years in prison for that. She fucked up 21,000 people's lives and only got 2.5 years in prison. So yeah. And those are just the cases that they dropped. There's more people that she fucked up.
That is weak sauce.
Yeah.
All right. Taking a little more information coming off of these folks over at the appeal.org. Austin will now move ahead with negotiations to buy the Texas Bungalows Hotel and Suites. Okay, so now we have a name. So let's
Okay.
I'll go ahead and search this. See if we can't take a look at these Texas Bungalows Hotels and Suites.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and bring up the screen share for the folks looking at the video. The folks on podcast audio, I guess I can verbalify.
I wonder if there's a pool there. That would be nice.
A pool at the Texas Bungalow?
Yeah, that would be nice.
Okay, this actually looks bungle-rific.
Bungle-rific. Really?
It's, I have no more bungling.
Well, you bungled that joke.
What? You're a bungleizer.
That's not a word.
No matter who, you always vote for the Bunglecrats.
The what?
That would be a more fitting name for them.
The Bunglecrats. But bungle implies it's an accident.
They are.
Are you sure they're not fucking up intentionally?
They are. The fucking parents of politics are like, we didn't want you. We didn't.
That's horrible. It's terrible.
We couldn't afford the abortion.
Ooh.
Fucking all right. So I'm taking a look at this thing. It looks like that must be like a queen size bed in this here room, right? Wall space heater, right? Got a little chair action there, a little leather, very low back chair. So if you're like over 5'3", that chair is gonna do you wrong. What's going on with this bathroom here? Oh, it lets me zoom in.
Oh, that's fun.
Okay, what is that?
A hairdryer.
Oh, that's a hairdryer. Okay, there's a hairdryer like plugged in there to the wall. They got and it looks like accessible for folks that deal with ableism.
Yes, with the rails.
Yeah, so they got the rails so you can get in and out of the shower, do what you got to do. Do your thing. Okay, got some. There's the refrigerator. Not very many.
That's a decent size.
Yeah, you can go ahead and put some food in there. Get to eating. What? It got
there's
some
television. Microwave.
Oh, does the television come with it?
With the room?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's always a TV in the room.
Oh shit! So they just get to have the television set.
Yeah.
Okay, so they could fucking look at some shit. Maybe subscribe to some podcasts. Check it out. There's some good ones out there. Microwave action, dishwashing sink. Got some chair. Got some table. Got some dresser.
Yeah.
Taking a look about. Don't really know what the fuck that is on the counter.
Is that supposed to be like a cutting board or something?
But it looks like it is the counter, like the same material. Maybe it is a cutting board, like you said.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's funky fresh. Okay, wait. Now this must be in a community area.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Washer and community.
Yeah, washer and dryer. We don't.
And it looks like a cash or coin operated.
Yeah, we ain't trying to treat homeless folk that good. You got to go pull up some sort of bootstrap. At least a whole quota. All right. Looks like more community area.
Yeah.
Though that means like with all that money they pulled, I want someone on staff constantly sanitizing.
Yeah,
if you're gonna have all this community area. Like, don't let this be a fucking COVID hotspot.
Yeah.
Okay, here's another shot, another angle of the room here, where you got now these things. When we stayed up here in Michigan, we were looking for a place to live out here from Illinois.
Yes.
This couch that I'm looking at, or love seat, is probably another fold-out bed.
Yeah, like a hide-a-bed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you could actually know what it's like to have a guest.
Yeah.
Which is like, it's not a word I use very often. I've actually never looked it up, so I never use this word really in my adult life at all. But is this related to what they call dignity?
Yeah, I think dignity and, going back to like something like Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? You need social interaction, you need friends and a social support system, and being able to have someone stay over is hugely important.
Yeah, like have somebody be like, hey, come over to my spot. I got the whoop wop, a TV came with it. Get some telephone action in there.
Yeah,
and on some level I think they should also keep housekeeping, right? And I know someone's gonna be like, yeah, because homeless people are dirty and don't clean stuff, or they might also be depressed. All right, Let's like some of us in our Facebook feeds. Let's go walk around looking at each other's houses.
I mean, but also, I mean, aside from like depression or anything like that, you would also need housekeeping to be there, just because this is still only one room, right? And it's the efficiency. It's got your bathroom and the kitchen and the bedroom all in one space. So where would you even keep your own cleaning supplies? Like, where would you put a vacuum? So you have to, honestly, you really do have to have, some sort of cleaning service.
Yep. And that's jobs. That is jobs. Matter of fact, hire some of the homeless. But you know what? Nah, don't put I don't know. Is this place currently functioning as a hotel right now?
I think it was supposed to, but then maybe they bought it because COVID. It's been empty. I don't know.
Yeah, because I don't want to take folks that are already employed and put them out of a job.
Right.
All right. So yeah, and this is like some outside of it. They got a big old guitar. Okay, it looks like community office looking area. Don't really know. I mean, I guess this is what hotels look like. They're sort of these luxury hospital rooms. Obviously, I don't really go to hotels or hospitals.
No, you don't. This is not luxury on either of those fronts.
No, those are not luxury. I've lived in some ill poverty, so like it's not too hard to make me think some shit is fly. Like when I actually pointed out to Phoenix like cars that look futuristic to me, and she's like, "That's like a 1999." Yeah, it looks futuristic to me.
I have been in very bougie hotel suites, and I have, they're not like the regular rooms.
Well, I don't want to be in one of those because I don't want to ruin this for myself. I like that I appreciate this.
That's good that you appreciate it. Yeah. I mean, well, but that's the thing. They're not like gross or disgusting or bad. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
All right, folks. winecellarmedia.com. This is going on the free feed. It's 1:07 p.m.
Why does it have to be .com?
.com.com. Yeah. The fucking but most of the content that we're doing is going on Patreon. We even started a $1 a month level where like news and comment stuff going into 2022 will be going there. 2021 will still be socialized, but by 2022 most of Wine Cellar Media is going to be Patreon. We already got it. We got the tiers. We've gone back and forth on this. We've had interactions about this, and that's just what we got to do. All right, moving it forward.